Ukrainian Holding Sawmill Company, one of the largest woodworking enterprises in Europe, produces environmentally friendly products from quality certified wood. Cleanliness, ecological compatibility, absence of harmful substances are advantages of the forest that was grown in clean corners of Ukraine. The necessary volume of round wood is purchased at auction and delivered to production. A hydraulic transporter is unloading the timber carrier. Then the logs are pulled by pulling chains to the sorting line, first to the acceptance table, then to the stepped conveyor. The star conveyor divides the logs piece by piece. The operator visually monitors the correct location of the log on the conveyor. Otherwise, it turns it over using the manipulator. When all the logs occupy the correct position, the proral part is pruned. Afterwards, timber enters the buffer and from here to the main conveyor. Here, a step is set, that is, the distance between the logs is 1 meter. In the next section, a chain measuring conveyor, the geometry of the log is measured by the scanner. Geometric characteristics are estimated: conicity, curvature, ovality. After the measuring chain conveyor, the logs are taken to the section of the trunk, where, by means of 2 rotors that rotate in opposite directions, the bark is removed. The bark waste is fed down and transported by scraper conveyors for further use, burning in a boiler room for heating of industrial premises and dyeing chambers of wood, and also for processing at a pellet plant capable of producing up to 140,000 tons of pellets per year. After the logging, the logs pass through the metal detector, then are scanned again. The logs that peeled from the bark are returned to the main chain conveyor, along which they move to the pocket with the geometric and qualitative characteristics indicated in the program. Sorting occurs. Sorted logs fall on the sewing line. Here, as in the previous equipment, there is a piece placement on the conveyor. To fulfill the order, the logs are selected according to the length and diameter for the most efficient use of wood. The next scan is taken place on the measuring line. The conformity of the log to the order, the cutting chart is checked. Its position on the conveyor is also evaluated. If the positioning is incorrect, the log is sent to the turn site. The milling canting machine removes the roundness from 2 sides, turns the log 90 degrees and produces the timber again. Then the log hits the profiling machine and the saw cuts the side board. After all the manipulations, a perfectly flat beam is sewn on the vertical horizontal sawmill in accordance with the order. The sewn products in the form of a side board and a central board fall on the timber sorting site by types and grades of products. Automatically evaluated quality characteristics: geometry, the presence of a review, the remainder of the crust, humidity test. The remaining quality criteria are controlled by the operator. After sorting, the product is sent to the packet forming area, where the boards are assembled into layers, and the layers are formed from the layers. The line automatically puts the interlining slats into the layers between the bags for further drying. After the formation of the complete package, it is sent along the pipeline to the buffer waiting zone. The loader then moves the bag into the free drying chamber. There, the operator has sensors for monitoring the moisture content of the wood and includes a drying program to the humidity specified by the customer. After completion of the drying process, the wood is scanned for possible detection of damaged boards and resorted with class assignment by quality, then transported by a forklift to the finished product warehouse for cooling to ambient temperature. Packages are stacked, fed to an automatic packaging line and sent to a single warehouse. From there, the finished products of the Ukrainian Holden sawmill are exported all over the world.